had this heart change where I was thinking I was gonna be an engineer. I just gotten out of the military, and all of my supervisors and my wife, they were thinking like, this is the place where you're gonna go make money, like be able to provide. And I went through this experience of like, no, it's not about the numbers, it's not about the money, it's about your faith, it's about what is passionate within you.
I grew up in Beijing, China, and I have always wanted to study abroad in the US. When I was in high school, I had a chance to become an international exchange student here in Oregon. And after that exchange year, I wanted to study abroad, specifically in Oregon.
So my ideal college was large, public, non-private, out of state, which is funny because that's like the exact opposite of what George Fox is. And in the end, I felt right about my decision. I felt at peace with it. I felt like Fox was kind of this huge door that God was opening that I needed to walk through. And worst case scenario, I could always end up leaving.
Being from Hawaii, I wanted to kind of get off the island and experience the mainland a little bit. And prior to applying to college, I've never heard of George Fox until the baseball coach called me. And looking into it, I thought it'd be a really cool place to not only grow academically, but also to still be able to play baseball. And that's always been a dream of mine, to play college baseball.
I really wanted to go to a Christian school where I'd really just grow in my faith and I could really just explore what career I wanted. God's done some pretty amazing things since I've been up here. When I first came up here, I was really struggling with my faith and struggling kind of with my family. My parents were going through a lot, and so that was really hard, just kind of coming up here not knowing what I was leaving behind and just kind of everything that was going on. And so when I came here, I was really able to kind of lay a foundation of this is who I am in Christ, and this is who I am as Miranda, and this is who I am as a social worker. And so I think coming here, God has really showed me through different courses and through different professors and through sports kind of who I am as a follower of Christ and who I want to be when I graduate.
I believed in God and I identify as Christian, but I wasn't necessarily a huge, it wasn't a really big aspect of my life just because I've been so busy, and it wasn't one of the things my family really focused on. My grandma passed away, and it was during that time I could have thrown everything in the bag. I could have quit school, I could have stopped playing baseball, and I could have just shut out the world, because my grandma did mean a lot to me. But my belief is that God puts you in these situations to see how you react to them. And I know He put me at George Fox for a reason, and He put me around the support system and the people here for a reason, and it just wouldn't be right to waste the talents that He's given me to be able to play college baseball, to be able to go to college, just because He put me in a trying time, a difficult time for me.
When I first came to Fox, I was just started on my spiritual journey, and I wasn't strong in my faith. And I think this 4 years at Fox has really helped me grow a lot spiritually. I think one thing that the most valuable thing that I learned here is to love. I think I have more ability to love now than 4 years ago.
God has done a lot of amazing things while I've been at Fox. He's given me this entire atmosphere that I don't really think I would have chosen on my own. He's shown me over and over again what it means to just love unconditionally. He's shown me those deepest parts of myself that I don't really think I would have taken the time to understand or to even look at if I didn't come here.
So my first semester here, I had this class with Brian Doak, right? And I always think about him as the master of disorientation. After I took his class, I was so confused about my faith, but in a good way. I mean that in the best way possible, because what I went through in that experience was what my faith means to me. It was tested. It was no longer this foundation built on sand where I wasn't really sure if the footing was right or not, but it was this foundation that was turning into a rock because it was tested.
Something I learned here is that I need to trust God, not myself, when I'm facing the difficulties, and God would not put more than I could bear on me.
And still, like, even now graduating and being like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do afterwards? It's just having faith in God and knowing that He's in control, and just letting Him take it has probably been the most valuable thing.
I realized that He'll always be there for me, even if I hadn't practiced Christianity for the first 21 years of my life.
God doesn't put us in situations that are difficult or challenging if we can't handle it. And I faced a lot of challenging things here at Fox, within myself and with people around me, and in different situations where I felt like there was so much conflict. God constantly is reminding me to depend on Him and to ask Him for help and to ask Him for strength, because He's not going to give us something that we can't handle.
It really frames my whole experience with George Fox, because it's been about me trying to get to Kingdom of Heaven on my own merits and that falling. It's been about me being afraid of like what it's going to mean when I leave Fox, when I leave this institution that's been so safe for me and my family. And God's saying, it's okay, have faith in me. You're gonna be okay. I got you. I'm gonna be before you and I'm going to be behind you.